And hello again, YouTube. I just realized I was talking to myself and I didn't hit the record button. That was brilliant. So, 3:11 p.m. I was thinking about going and singing karaoke at the but Oz Bar. I'm being productive here at home. I'm enjoying myself here at home for once. It feels good for my home to be my home again. So, I had a productive morning too. Went out, got my rent paid. So I was a little worried I was going to be kind of down to the wire, but October rent is paid. Um, Actually went by the pet store and got some crickets for the lizard over there. I did not see the lizard. I want to believe that it's still in there and it's still alive. I don't know. It just wasn't really. Some days I feel like digging around trying to figure out where it is, but I sprayed him, gave him the crickets. Hopefully he's doing okay. I should take so much better care of that lizard, but it started as my daughter Lily's lizard, and then she lost interest. And at one point, I used to take really good care of him, and then kind of Priscilla started doing it, and of course now she's not here, so I kind of gotta. Usually when she comes over, she takes care of him, but I didn't notice her. I didn't notice her doing anything for the lizard other than spraying it on yesterday when she was here. So I figured I should probably make sure that it's got food. So I went and got ten crickets. Went by Costco to figure out what the hell is going on with my Costco membership. Um, Figure out what the hell is going on with my Costco membership, and they said that my membership is still good. Still got a premier membership. As the other, I forget what day it was, but like a week ago. Yeah. Oh God, it was the night I met Adam Gilligan. The morning I actually met and sat with Adam Gilligan. Uh, Friday morning, not 2 days ago, but the week before that. Um, yeah, I went there to the pump, and my Costco credit card was declined, and they said they couldn't help me with that. That I got to call the credit card company because that's through a separate bank, obviously. And it's probably maxed out, whatever. I need to give them a call, but I couldn't get it to work as a because it's a credit card and also a Costco membership card. But I couldn't even get it to work as a membership card. But they said my membership is fine, so I don't know what the deal was. And they double checked, made sure that the number was that everything was legit with it. And since I realized the person I was talking to was actually a manager, we had a really nice talk about me being a forklift operator there and working there, and I told her about how I had gone to Costco.com. It's funny. She's like, "Oh, well, we don't actually, that the positions are not on the website, and she's like, and then she said something about like monster.com and ziprecruiter.com. And I said, no, I was on Costco.com. And there's, they you can put in applications to hiring there. And she goes, oh, really? Oh, then that would be directly to us. I'm like, yep. I said I went there and they were positions, but there was no positions for forklift operator. And what she explained to me is that they don't actually hire anybody in as a forklift operator. Basically, you get hired to work there, but if you go through the interview and you let them know that you have a skill like that, they'll move you into it quickly. So, and she said they are currently hiring, so I do need to put my application in there. Not that I'm not. I'm eager to go. I can't wait to go back to Amazon today. A whole week away from that warehouse, and I'm missing it. I'm honestly missing it. I'm missing being on a forklift. But God, last week my tooth just hurt so bad, and those medications were messing me up so much. Um, but but yeah, I'm I'm down to try it again at Costco. Um, as long as I leave Amazon on good terms and I'm still welcome to go back there as a fallback position, it would be nice to be able to just walk to work down the street as opposed to, you know, using so much gas and putting so much wear and tear on my car, which the AC went out again yesterday. God damn it. Um, yeah, it'd be really nice to be able to just walk to work. And the forklifts that they have there are practically the same as what I'm driving. So I'm going to be driving tonight. So yeah, uh, that was productive. Productive. I got all that done before noon. Um, getting money out my couple of bank accounts, getting my money order, catching up with my landlord, and getting my rent paid early, and went to Circle K, got my sip and save drink, which is already consumed. I just put something else in to reuse the ice. And I got, Coca-Cola so I could try to shine up the pennies. Better not forget I got that going on. I don't want to leave those there when I go to work because that's gross. Um, what the hell else did I do after that? Yeah, I got that. Oh, and I finally remembered. I don't know if I mentioned this. I feel like I've mentioned this in my vlog. In fact, I do remember mentioning it. I don't remember which. Ow, God, fucking damn it, ouch. Risk of being barefoot, and these little thorns. Can I get it to focus? These little thorns grow outside, and they'll get stuck in my shoes and track in here, and I'll find them when I'm barefoot. Ouch, that went right through my heel. Big ouch. That looks gross, and it is gross. Basically, I was just taking some nasty rags with water and trying to soak it up, the nastiness that was there. I'm really not one to live like this. It's just to clarify, when Priscilla wouldn't move out, when she said she was going to move out, I just gave up. I just stopped. I'm like, you know what? You want to clean, you clean it, and if you don't, you won't. And it just got to the point it was too much to bear. That's not what I came in here to show you. That thorn hurt. Ouch. Yay, clean. A little clean counter goes a long way. I literally forgot what I walked in here to show. It was relevant. It was something. This is why I used to get mental health benefits, kids. Oh yeah, it's time for the Halloween pencils at Bullock's. I put half the package into the pencils for next week. I'm sure I'm going to lose quite a few of them, so those ones are going to go in the week after. And I stocked up on pencils, decorative pencils, while I was at the 99-cent only store. I got some. Most of them are pretty, whatever. I got some that were really cool looking though, and I'm trying to think what the hell they were. I did get some that were just plain yellow, but now I don't see any of them. Oh, there's one. I got some plain yellow ones. I was surprised. Those are actually sharpened already. Saves me a little bit of time. I got some with llamas on them that were more expensive than the other ones. Oh, those are the ones that I got at Dollar Tree. The fluorescent ones. Those are almost all gone. And I do know that the fancier pencils I put out, the more likely it is that people are going to steal them. But I figure if they steal my pencil, and then later when they're writing with it, it makes them think about going to my karaoke show, and that makes them think about coming back, then it's worth losing a pencil. But yeah, I thought these were neat. These are cute. They got little llamas with bow ties and rainbows. What's not to love about llamas with you see that? Llamas with bow ties. Oh, and in cleaning, I found a couple of other stubby pencils. Sharpen them up. Those are going to definitely go with me next Thursday. Damn it, I can't believe I completely forgot what the hell I walked into the kitchen for. As I waste another 8 minutes recording nothing and talking to myself. I get so sidetracked by that election worker, or not election worker, but whatever you would call it, obvious Democrat campaigner, but she was just such a sweetie, and there is one person on that list that I actually support. I'm not going to explain why. It's Adrian Fontes, though, but I think I've explained that. Oh, I remember what I was going in here for. I was saying that oh, fuck, it just came into my mind and it just left my mind just that quick. Shit. Damn it. Sometimes it's a real struggle with my thoughts sometimes, and it always helps when there's music on. So I should probably stop this and put some more music on. Finish the Dan Fogelberg album. Probably listen to Al Stewart Time Passages next, Not really in the mood for Barry Manilow or the Forrester Sisters. I might spin that Loretta Lynn. Oh, that's just too weird. I'm not ready for that. Yeah, go through this. Hey, could play the Beatles. Of course, I won't be able to shoot any video for YouTube while that's on, because I know not only will that be a content match, but most likely it'll get blocked. Seems like every time there's a Beatles song on in the background, YouTube is just like, nope. Oh, and just to be clear, this is not the mess that it looks like it is. I was using this sock, and this plastic bag is for shining up those pennies. Oh, I remember what I was doing. Before I get distracted by the adorable woman trying to get me to vote Democrat at the door, I was explaining these. They are restroom tokens. Yeah, these are tokens for pay toilets. What the hell does this say on this side? Two matching ones. Having trouble reading it. Help keep our restrooms clean. Restroom token. Those just absolutely amusing by their existence. These, I think, came from the Wendy's at 24th Street in McDowell, which is a corner that sometimes has issues with vagrants. Most of the time has issues with vagrants. Yeah, I've got quite a few videos when I go over to the Circle K over there and just leave the camera running, and you can see all the riffraff walking in front of my car. Yeah, I don't know if they're still using the bathroom tokens or not, and there's no point for me to try to remember to bring that when I go there, because I mean, if you're paying a customer, you just ask if they're still doing the token thing. You ask for a restroom token. I don't think they're still doing that though. Got a bunch of these too. A couple different versions of Peter Piper pizza. That's an older one there that's an older one there. That's a newer one on the left. But Peter Piper pizza game tokens. I've got quite a lot. Whenever I get Lily back in my life, I'm planning on going through and digging those all out, and we'll have that many more games to play at Peter Piper. What else? Okay, so I decided to keep this one here, extra crusty, and put that in my pocket. In this case, hey, let's toss a coin, heads or tails, and then I'll toss this. And I don't know, is that heads or tails? I don't know. That's going in my pocket. This one's going in my pocket too. Good for a well drink. You can also use it for a beer. These are drink tokens for Bullock's Cocktails, 2601 West Bethany Home Road. That's the bar I have my Thursday night karaoke show at. Oh yeah, Sambo decided to join in. Hi, nice to see your fat head. Will you plop that way? Thank you. I meet a lot of people, and I invite a lot of random people to Bullock's. Generally, I get these when somebody buys me a drink, but I don't always redeem them. I got 2 more sitting in the cup. I'm thinking it'd be good to have one in my pocket and actually give it to somebody that I'm inviting to Bullock's. That way, they'll have the address to the bar, and if they want to know what night I'm doing karaoke, they can always call that phone number and find out. And at least their first drink is on me, so maybe that'll some of the people that I work with at Amazon that say they're going to come to my show, maybe that'll actually motivate someone to actually go. So I'm going to take one of those with me. Sambo, will you kindly move your butt out the way? Thank you. Nobody wants to see your cat butt. Oh, goodness. I love this guy, but sometimes he's a little overbearing. So I mentioned earlier that a penny costs... No, Sambo, move along. Move along. That it costs the U.S. Mint more than a penny to make a penny. On that note, there's a few types of pennies that I like to hang on to. I pretty much always, every time I see a Wheathead penny, I forget what year they changed from putting the little Wheathead logo on the backs of pennies to the Lincoln Memorial, but it was, which of course they haven't put the Lincoln Memorial on them for many years, but it was definitely long before I was born. But there's still very many of these in circulation, but not as many as there used to be. And whenever I see one, I like to keep them. Will you take your cat butt elsewhere? My goodness. Whenever I see them, I like to hang on to them. Every now and then, if I'm a couple pennies short for a penny roll, I'll go ahead and get rid of a couple of wheat pennies that are extra beat up. But I think the cat wants some attention. Can I see the years on these? 1956 and 1944. Wow, think about that. 1944. So, if my understanding of history is correct, World War II was going on when that penny went into circulation. Man, if only these coins could talk and say all the things that they've been around. I don't know, to me it's just mind-numbing to think that has been around since 1944, just going from hand to hand to pocket, becoming less and less valuable every year, or nowadays every month. Sambo. Anyway, these ones here were ones that I put in the Coca-Cola to try and shine them up. He's headbutting my hand. Yeah, they shined up pretty nicely. These ones were pretty crusty looking, and they're looking pretty nice now. So those are going back in the cup. You, not right now. Come on, Sambo, go lay down. What else I got here? I get these every now and then. Somebody will hand it to me, his change, thinking it's a penny, and it's actually quit headbutting my hand. Not right now. He's a very persistent cat when he wants to be. So it says 2 cent. Wow, cattail in the lens. It says 2 cent euro. I'm not European. I've never been to Europe. I don't exactly. I'm assuming that that's the equivalent of 2 100ths of a euro. ZWEI, euro cent. Anyway, every now and then I come across one of those. That's the only one I have right now. Sambo is needing attention. These ones here, these I find kind of fascinating. And again, kind of worthless, but these are Canadian pennies. And the thing I find most fascinating about Canadian pennies is that they're no longer in circulation in Canada. Canada removed the penny from their currency because they cost more to manufacture than what they're worth, and it's just such a valueless amount of money that it just wasn't worth making a coin for. I'm not entirely sure how that's handled. I mean, I know they still use cents, but whenever you're doing an electronics transaction, of course, with a debit card or a credit card, it's to the exact cent. But I guess it's just rounded up or rounded down if with using nickels now. But there's still a lot of, interestingly enough, because they look so much like American pennies, there's still a lot of Canadian pennies in circulation in the United States. And I would imagine at this point there's more Canadian pennies in circulation in the United States than there are in Canada, because these are no longer currency in Canada. I do think you can take them to a bank and trade them in, but this one here was a little crusty. I put it in the Coca-Cola to shine it up, and as you see, this one got really pretty. 1989, Canada. It's been almost 20 years Actually, it's been, I guess, about 19 years, 18, 19 years since I've been to Canada. I'd like to go again. I went to Quebec, spent quite a bit of time in the town in Montreal, as well as the towns of Lapierre and Candiac, and I'd really like to go back and visit again. God knows when I'll have time to do that, but I'd like to someday. Maybe with my older daughter, since she's got family there. I don't know if she still has any contact with them, but who knows? Maybe someday. When the day-to-day trying to make enough money to pay the bills thing is a little less difficult. And welcome back. It's 5:12 p.m. Finished the video about my new media acquisitions a little bit ago. Still working on the interim locations of putting them away. And yeah, still need to get dressed for work and get those wonderful items into my pocket. And I realized, I was kind of checking on the other stuff I was working on. The things out of the refrigerator, they're still soaking in the bathtub. I'm just going to let them soak all night. I think they need it. And I realized I still had these pennies soaking in the little itty bitty cups of Coca-Cola. I think the Coca-Cola is probably a little watered down because it was out of a fountain drink. I'm sure it would have worked better if I'd have used Coca-Cola directly out of a bottle or a can. But anyway, obviously I don't have perfect shiny pennies here, but I'm going to say mission accomplished. My goal, and keep in mind, this was what more or less they looked like before. They were just crusty. God knows where the hell these things came from, but they were crusty to the point you couldn't really tell, heads or tails, which this is exactly why that one's going in my pocket. That'll be entertaining at some point. So my goal was just to have actually identifiable pennies. Now, I think if I had used, instead of using those little shallow condiment cups, I think if I'd have used maybe like a plate that's got a high rim, so I could have the pennies spread out and soaking, so they're getting more direct contact with the Coca-Cola. And again, nothing watered down, Coca-Cola straight out the can or the bottle. I think that would have been better as well. But my goal wasn't perfect shiny pennies. My goal was to have coins that I could actually identify before I roll them up. And I'm going to say mission accomplished here. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can see Lincoln there. Although I can't tell what's on the tails. Pretty obvious which side was in contact with the Coca-Cola and which side was probably in contact with the bottom of the little condiment cup or whatever. Yeah, I used to do this when I was a kid to make my pennies all super shiny. I used to have. I was into collecting. I've always been a collector. I used to have little coin books for collecting all kinds of coins, and I was trying to get like a complete set of pennies, so one of every year, one from every mint, and that's not what I'm doing now. I showed you what I was doing. It's just a way to waste time while I listen to music, and yeah, still listening to Jimmy Eat World. God, I love this album. Of course, as soon as I finished with the video about my new media acquisitions, I just cranked that shit up. Such a good album. Yeah. Still can't really make out the backside on this one, but I can see Lincoln. That's good enough for me to roll it up. This one, yeah, I can see Lincoln, and I can see the 1 cent shield, which means it's not really that old of a penny. I wonder where the hell these were that they got that damn crusty. About this one, I can kind of identify the Lincoln Memorial there. Yeah, you can sort of see the Lincoln Memorial. That one's still pretty damn crusty though. What else we got here? Still crusty, but again, I can make out the Lincoln Memorial in it. I got one shiny spot. One shiny spot. This is the first time I've done the shine up a penny with Coca-Cola since I was probably about I want to say 12 years old. So what a blast from the past that was. Got a little bit of a shiny spot. I can make out Lincoln there. Oh, that shined up nice. Look at that. Oh, when I pulled him out of the Coca-Cola, I poured him through. I found this cleaning up Priscilla's stuff. It's a strainer. It looks like she was actually making the effort, and God, I do appreciate this. Sometimes I talk about her and it just sounds like I hate her. I really don't. I do love the woman, but it looks like she was making an effort as she was vacuuming to actually go open up the vacuum bags and strain them, which is more effort than I'm even going to do. I'm just picking through everything before I start vacuuming. But it came in handy as I poured the little condiment cups into a bigger cup, and then this caught the pennies. But this is definitely, I think, what she was looking for when she was straining. So my daughter Lily used to love Legos. I don't think she still does anymore. One of the last times I talked to her while she was at her mom's, during the beginning of the pandemic, she said she didn't want her Legos anymore, which kind of blew my mind. I mean, shit, I still enjoy Legos. And my older daughter, who's 20, I think, still enjoys Legos. But, yeah, I found these little tiny Legos. And glad I didn't find them by stepping on them, because, yeah, any parent that's ever stepped on a Lego knows stepping on a Lego barefoot fucking hurts. But yeah, that's not a common Lego, that one right there, the little yellow one. So, sure, and I also found a really tiny screw. I'm sure it goes to something. So I'm glad she was straining that stuff. And then I took a not so clean white sock and wore it like a glove and kind of rubbed them, dry them off, and try to get the crust off. Anyway, what else we got here? Now this is interesting. I really can't quite make out what this is. That is definitely not a penny. That is, I don't know who that is, but it's most definitely not Abraham Lincoln. Oh, it's another one of those 2-cent euros. It's in obviously really terrible shape above and beyond the crusties on it. I'm going to try to shine that one up some more. I don't believe that's who's on my other. That looks completely different than the other side of my other 2 euro cent coin. So that's neat. Glad I didn't just roll that up with a bunch of American pennies. That one, I can see Lincoln nice and clear. Not totally shiny, but kind of shiny. But definitely a vast improvement on how it was. It's not very clear, but I can make out the 1-cent shield. Yeah, I'm not going to try to make that any nicer. That'll go in my next penny roll. Don't need that to be any nicer at all. Mission accomplished on that one. Well, that one shined up nice. Look at that. But again, it's a shelled penny, so just recent. Pretty much worthless. That'll get rolled up just like it is. Can I see Lincoln on that one? I can see Lincoln's ear. Kind of see Lincoln on it. About this one. Yeah. That's still a crusty. That's still pretty much a crusty mess. Yeah, that one's gonna need more time in the Coca-Cola. Oh, I can see the Lincoln Monument nice and clear on that one. And not pretty, but I can see Abraham Lincoln on there. Good enough to roll up. How about this one? Oh yeah, see Honest Abe, nice and clear on that. In fact, that another soak would probably make that one look really pretty, but I'm not trying to make them pretty. I'm just trying to be able to make sure that I'm not taking Canadian pennies or wheathead pennies or euro coins and rolling them up with my American pennies that I'm not interested in keeping. I can make out the 1-cent shield on it. Yeah, that's ready to go in the roll. Oops, and this is the last one. I got a shiny spot there. Abe Lincoln's shoulder is nice and shiny. The rest, not so much. But at least I can tell it's Abraham Lincoln on there. And And there's the 1 cent shield. So mission accomplished on that one too. So that was a fun diversion. That was a fun diversion. Hope you all found that mildly amusing.